with Tommy, and they went to the store the other day. Yeah. No, it was cool. I went to the store and I brought my camera, and I told them, I said, hey guys, look, listen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna film you whether you like it or not. And this lady said, will you please not film my little kid? And so I said, I'm gonna film him even more now. You horrible, rotten,
terrible,
no good piece of old lady. I'm gonna kick you in your and film that kid all I want, and then I'm gonna post his on my YouTube channel. We're on the air. Oh crap! I never snuck out. I'm still under house arrest. Hez wouldn't like that, and I'd get tased. So it never happened. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Hello, welcome to the show. There's no bones and ice cream. Bye. Oh, dang it, Hez.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show on this beautiful hump day. It's Wednesday. Oh, yeah. All right. Love it. That's what I say. What? Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. Terry Barnes was first today. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Stefan's. Oh, wait. He gets the first happy dance of the day. Let's go. All right. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Good times, great taste of Wednesday morning. Stefan St. German was number 2. What you going to do? Stefan St. German for you. Woohoo. Yeah. Greg Jonick, number 3. Hip, 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 hooray. Coffee. All right. Terry Barnes, good morning. God bless. God bless you, sir. Victoria B, what's up? How's it going? Great to see you. Greg Jonick, yeah. Who else? Terry Barnes, Victoria B, Donna Ray, hey, what's up? It's good to have you here as well. Let's see, Terry Barnes, Stefan, Donna Ray, Weed Skador in the house. David E. Persons with his first dad joke in the morning. What were the best 4 years of Sean Paul Reyes' life? The 5th grade. Holy crap, hammer sandwich. I didn't mean to do that like that. But it worked. Anyway. Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Methodist Dave, what's up? See, Weed Skador, Donna Ray, Stefan, Terry Barnes. All right. Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the show on this beautiful Wednesday. Oh, my goodness gracious me. I need to drink some more coffee. All right. So first things first, I want to offer all of my thoughts and prayers for the family of P. Barnes II. He emailed me this morning. Apparently, his family lives in India, and I guess there's been some tension between India and Pakistan lately, and India launched some missiles into Pakistan yesterday, and so now they know Pakistan's going to retaliate, but they don't know how and when or what yet. But they know it's coming, so now his family is apparently, I don't know too much about the specifics of the situation, just what he said, but that his family is in one of the areas that's most likely to be a target. So they're really scared. They don't, right? They don't want to be part of a war or something, missiles landing in their neighborhood or whatever. I don't know. So anyway, God bless them, and thoughts and prayers are with them, and hope that they stay safe. And that in general, any war, any conflict, you don't want any, obviously people dying. It's horrible, and we don't want anyone to die in any conflict over anything. So God bless them, and hopefully it all ends, soon. So Sirloin, what's up? Good to see you. Internet God, hey. All right, so because of that, we're probably not going to see P Barnes in the chat today, maybe, but we'll see. But other than that, it's Wednesday. Oh wait, is Highway Star here? Highway Star, yeah. All right. Oh yeah. So where are we at here so far? Yesterday was a pretty good day because the weather was great. Minnie and I decided to take a walk, just to get outside and enjoy some of the fresh air and the sunlight. It was really cool. So it's interesting, like, especially after being locked up all winter, just something as simple as taking a walk with him is like so awesome. I really enjoy spending time with him. And then his mom texted me yesterday and says, like, do you mind if keeping him another day? I'm like, do I mind? That'd be great. I'd love that. Thank you. Of course I'll keep him another day. That would be great. So he's going to stay here again tonight. So that's awesome, because usually she gets him on Wednesday, and I don't, I can see him in the morning, but then that's it. So I'm looking forward to that. And then work. Oh, you know what? I didn't check the weather report today. It's because yesterday was really nice. Like, it actually got hot at one point. I was surprised. Today is supposed to be warm but cloudy. Oh, we're not supposed to get rain again until Tuesday, so whatever. That's good. I bought a reusable poncho from Amazon, and I left it at work, so that now next time it rains, I'll just throw my poncho on, and because I don't like getting soaked when I'm at work, man. And then especially if it rains early, and then I'm there all day at work, just soaking wet, dripping. It's not fun. I hate it. But there's that. And now, of course, there are the videos. All right, what are we gonna watch today? What do we got on deck? I got let's see, we got okay. I don't wanna like make you guys spit out your coffee this early in the morning. So I apologize for the first image on screen, but I gotta share this video so that I can show it. So you're gonna have to see that image. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Oh no! Oh boy, that's right. It's Katie Kidman from Unclean Hands. Let's go.
Hello, my little pretties.
Good morning, my lovely people. Welcome back to the channel. Great to see you. Please hit that like button. It helps the algorithm. Share the video, comment. Always glad to hear from you. I try to read them all. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Anyway, today we're going to cover the body cam footage of Central Tyrant Investigations, auditing a bank, and then getting trespassed from a strip mall. Even though he doesn't seem to realize it's private property, he gets arrested anyway. It's pretty funny. He is such a whiner. Anyway, let's get right on with the video.
What was that, sir? I'm not.
Okay, could you request one, please?
59. His request is talking about.
Break my wow, ouch. So I'm recording over here,
Okay.
just documenting for public interest. He went in Verizon and asked them if they wanted me to. What did you ask?
What?
What'd you ask Verizon?
Put your other hand on your back.
Put your hands on your back.
Okay. Dude, I'm not doing anything illegal.
You're just being detained.
Okay, that's fine. So he went into Verizon and solicited a trespass.
Let's be very clear. There is no law against soliciting a trespass, as they call it. He went in the store, said, "Do you want him here?" They said no. So he's being, arrested for not paying attention to what the officer says. There's nothing he can do about it.
Okay. What do you mean by solicited trespass?
He went in there and asked them if they want me to leave. I wasn't even there for Verizon.
Okay, well, you're on their property?
Like, who owns this whole property here?
Well, it depends on which piece you're talking about.
Exactly. So he told me to get away from Verizon property. I walked down here.
Okay.
And then, so what now? Like, what? Like, what is he doing?
Well, you're being detained.
For what crime? What reasonable articulable suspicion do you
Reasonable
have?
articulable suspicion is trespassing.
How am I trespassing? Nobody asked me to leave.
He told you that.
And I walked away.
And when I told you to keep your hands out of your pockets,
Sir, I was
The other
pulling,
reason.
I was pushing my
When he
wallet.
says keep your hands out of your pocket,
Okay.
keep your hands out of your pocket.
Okay, listen. What crime is that, though? What crime is it to have your hand in your pocket?
It's called disobeying a lawful order. I know it might be kind of petty. Right now, you're just being detained. I'm not really sure if he gets arrested or not because I haven't watched this yet. But I'm thinking that's what's going to happen here because the guy is friggin' stupid.
It's not a crime, but listen to me. You're failing to follow an order.
Sir, it has to be a lawful order.
And it is a lawful order for us to keep your hands out of your pockets.
But what crime? I was literally
It's a
pushing my
lawful order.
wallet back in my pocket. My hands weren't like in my pocket. I was
What's your
pushing
name?
my wallet back
What's your
in my
name, sir?
pocket.
What's your name, sir?
I don't answer questions.
You have to answer and give your name because you are detained and we're investigating the
Did you
crime.
turn off my GoPro?
no, it's still recording.
GoPro's
Okay.
recording, both of our body cams recording. What is your name?
Hmm?
What's your name? We are investigating the crime.
What
are
crime?
I asked you to get off the property.
And I did. I walked over here.
No, you did not.
Dude, where am I at?
You are still on private property.
You have to have a reasonable amount of time to get away. I walked away from Verizon right when you said, get away from Verizon.
So it
I
took
said,
him
okay.
About 5 minutes to
Okay.
get here.
Yeah,
Okay, so
and we're
what's
over
your
here.
name? And now you're resisting.
I'm not
Good.
resisting, sir.
Listen, resisting does not mean you have to be fighting somebody. It means you don't have to be following orders. That is resisting in the state of Kentucky. It's resisting arrest. Arrest doesn't have to be a physical
I
arrest.
thought you just said I was detained.
Up until I got here, you wouldn't put your hands behind your back.
No, I was holding my GoPro and
You would,
I was,
but you did. You failed to put your hands
sir,
behind your
my
back.
hand was behind my back and
This
I was
hand
holding
was
my,
not.
I was on my GoPro.
Doesn't matter.
Well, he didn't take it and put it on
You
the
don't have to
ground.
take it. You're supposed to drop it.
I'm not going to drop my expensive GoPro.
When I
Sorry.
tell you to put your hands behind your back, you have to do that.
If I okay, well,
Did you call your supervisor?
I did.
Okay.
listen to me. Listen to me. Okay. I'm gonna explain this in terms that would apply to me. Okay.
Yep.
I like to shoot guns. I own a very expensive gun.
Yep.
If an officer tells me to drop it, I have to drop it.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Have you never seen a First Amendment audit before?
I understand. Listen,
Yes, sir.
The term First Amendment auditor is bullshit. It doesn't mean anything. Nobody knows what it means. You don't know what it means. You're an idiot. You're a friggin' moron. Jesus Christ. This guy will argue over the most obvious things.
I understand what you're saying. I get that. But when he tells you to drop it, drop it.
Well, you never told me to drop my GoPro. Did you tell you put your hands behind your back? Yeah, I was trying to put your hands behind your back. Yes, I put this one behind my back. Did you put this hand behind your back? I didn't want to drop my GoPro. Did you put this hand behind your back? You're now in the realm of resisting. I never said no.
I
You don't
never
have to say no.
I never answered that question.
You don't have to.
So
answer.
you just assumed that I didn't put it behind my back.
I was standing here. We're
I
standing
was
in
waiting
front.
for him to take the GoPro away from me, sir. Wait till your supervisor gets here.
Well,
And you
in the
guys,
meantime-
welcome to YouTube, guys.
In the meantime, we're going to go to my cruise.
No, you're not going to leave my property here.
I'll take it with me.
So
I
now
get
I
it.
have to sit in your cruiser. You guys, massive lawsuit. Good luck, guys. Welcome to YouTube, one of the biggest channels on YouTube.
36,000 subscribers is not the biggest channel on YouTube, you windbag. Jesus Christ, you get a live to Frauditors. I mean, you just have to.
Have fun, guys. You're not going to correct your other officer?
For what?
He went inside of Verizon and solicited a trespass. Oh, man. I literally set you guys up and you failed.
Right, you had the whole thing planned, didn't you, there, chump?
Who's in control of this camera right now? Is this your camera?
Yeah, that's my camera.
Who's in control of the camera?
Like, what do you mean?
Who has possession of the camera and who's in control of it?
I don't get what you're
Okay. So I thought,
like. You mean like right now?
yeah, right now. This very moment in time.
Like you're holding my camera.
Okay.
What's that mean?
Who's in control of it? Who's in control of your property?
Like me. I'm
You're in control of this.
right now. You're holding. What are you guys putting me in? Oh my God, dude.
Yeah, I think he talks to him about.
Is your supervisor on the way?
I've already requested a supervisor.
Okay.
Remember that was the first thing you asked me if I was
Yeah.
a supervisor? So what was your name?
Huh?
What was your name?
Is that all you need? Is my name?
Yeah.
My name's Alec. Wow. And guys, I did not consent to searches and seizures. Just so you know.
They don't need your consent, moron.
All right, guys. He is illegally running my identification. He reached into my pockets and grabbed my wallet out of my pocket. I did not consent to searches and seizures, guys. He went inside of Verizon and asked them if they wanted me on the property, which I was standing in the alleyway. I wasn't even in Verizon. Verizon does not own that parking lot. Verizon does not own that whole establishment. He told me to walk away from Verizon. I walked away from Verizon. He then decided to put me in handcuffs. This officer does not know the law, Jay Mueller, and we have T. Riley here, guys. We are in Paducah, Kentucky. Have fun with them, boys.
You're sounding a little nervous there, Sally. What's wrong? Yeah, you haven't never been in handcuffs before? I find that very hard to believe.
That's just a violation.
So is that so I wouldn't be going down, that would just be a citation, right?
Yeah, so I'll take you to the jail, and usually for trespassing third, they'll just do what's called an ROR, which is release beyond recognizance.
So what does that mean?
So I've seen guys like you might stay there 8 hours, you might stay there 30 minutes. I don't know.
Typically, if it's your first offense,
I have work.
listen to me. Typically, if it's your first offense, McCracken County Jail, you're in, they book you, get a photo, out. It's
But
typically the way it works.
could I meet my vehicle is here? How would I get back here?
You're the one who decided to trespass.
I didn't trespass, sir. I wasn't even.
From everything I'm hearing, sounds like you were
Do you know
trespassing.
what a solicitation of a trespass is? Just wondering. Do you know?
I know exactly what you're talking
You
about.
can't go in there and ask a property if they want me to leave if I had nothing to do with that property.
If you're standing outside the property,
You can't go in there and ask them if they want me to leave the property. It's called solicitation of a trust. You did. You went in there. I literally.
No. I asked if they're
That's
okay
called
with
soliciting a trespass. You can't go in there.
Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's against the law for him to do that. That's what he did. Deal with it. You're not going to win this one.
They had no idea I was back there. They didn't have a problem. They had all those cameras. They could have came out there and said, "Sir, we don't want you on on our property." I would have said, "Oh, okay. I'll walk down here to this end where it's the other people's property." You went in there and asked them if they want or whatever you asked. You can't do that.
you want some water.
Yes, yes, sir. You can just pour it.
I wasn't resisting. He would put his hand behind his back. I was like, "That's resisting, buddy."
Started like tensing up. I was like, all right, I'll just wait till you guys are.
I saw your car. I'm like, I think he sounded like he was
Yeah.
outside.
Like he was just
All
like
right.
tensing up and not.
That's pretty much the whole thing. But there's so much. So much there. There's a lot to unpack there, actually. So, first of all, this douche canoe, and like, okay. He said, "Ha! I set you guys up and you fell for it. Now I got you." And I was like, I don't understand what happened. I don't understand why you people are doing this to me. You just said 5 minutes ago that you intentionally tried to set them up. Like, and then I love this. I love this. Now, I know I'm not clairvoyant. I know I can't read his mind. I know I can't see the future. But I do know that I sit here every single day and watch and talk about Frauditor videos. I wrote a book about Frauditors. I know how Frauditors act. I've seen so many thousands of Frauditor videos. I know what they do. I know their script better than some of them do. So I could say with great confidence that when he says, if they didn't want me trespassing on their property, and they saw me out there, and they came out and told me that I was on their property and asked me to leave, I would have said, okay, and I would have just left. Seriously? You expect us to believe that if the people from Verizon came out and asked you to leave, you would say, oh, okay, and leave? Like nobody's ever seen a Frauditor video ever? You wouldn't do that. You'd say, I'm on a public sidewalk. I have a First Amendment right to stand here. I can do whatever I want. You want me to leave, you better call the cops because I'm not going anywhere. So there. Ugh. That's what you would say because that's what they all say. You got to lie to fraud it. This guy's nothing but BS. Like, come on. Anyone who knows what these guys are and who they are and what they do would know that that's BS. That if the person from Verizon came out to them and they're standing on the sidewalk and asked them to leave, they would not leave. They would argue to their dying breath that they're on public property and they don't have to go because they're on the sidewalk. But now, because the cops come and arrest him without Verizon talking to him, he's like, this is BS. If these guys wanted me to leave, they would have came out, asked me to leave, and I would have left. No, you wouldn't have. That's the biggest load of BS I ever heard. You wouldn't have budged. In fact, you would have been even more defiant because you wanted them to call the cops because you said yourself 5 minutes ago, I set you guys up. So the whole point of this First Amendment audit had nothing to do with auditing the First Amendment. It was all about trying to get a police reaction. That was the whole purpose. You said it. I set you guys up, and then you fell for it. Ha ha, I gotcha. So the only reason you were there at all was to get them to get scared seeing some creepo filming their building and call the cops. And that's the other thing. You're sitting there saying, I don't know why you went in there and solicited a trespass. Like, if they wanted me gone, why wouldn't they come out? Why would you guys just come? How did the cops know you were there to come? They just magically popped up on the scene? Somebody called them. Anyway, let's check out the last minute or 30 or whatever's left. Oh, we got 2 minutes left. All right, let's check out the end here and see what happens.
Not putting his hands behind his back, so I'm like, he's not fighting.
He's just playing the game.
So I'll just wait.
Yeah, he's not. He's resisting as an aspect of he's not doing what you tell him to do. He's not going to fight. You have to use force, so I wouldn't charge it. It's up to you. You didn't have to use force or anything.
No, I'm not charging. So it's good.
Let you answer that.
Oh, yay. The manager finally showed up. Maybe he's going to get out of this after all. Let's see.
Is Verizon the only thing there? Is Verizon that only thing in that complex?
I don't know. I'd have to walk over there, but so you're telling me to stand on that side of the concrete?
Correct.
What do you need from me, I guess? Okay, so is this the only reason you're wanting to argue your charge? Is that what you're asking?
Okay, this is what court is for. Okay, all right, this is what court's for. Okay. Yeah. You just argue a charge. That's what we do in court. So.
Well, it looks like he didn't win that argument. The supervisor showed up, the manager, and he's still in the back seat of the car on the way to the jail. So we'll see what happens. They probably get it dismissed. They probably didn't bother prosecuting him on it. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I got for you today. Always love seeing these guys thinking they know what's going on and not having a friggin' clue. Anyway, love ya. Bye.
All right, you guys. Take care. Bye.
All right. Round of applause for Unclean Hands. All right, so where is it? Where was the comment I wanted to say something? All right, so Highway Star was asking where's P. Barnes? That's I said it earlier. P. Barnes isn't here today because I guess yesterday India launched missiles into Pakistan, and now they know that at some point Pakistan's going to retaliate. And I guess he was saying that his family that lives in India is in one of the areas that apparently would be a target. So now they're worried, and he's worried about his family, and he was up all night talking to them and figuring out what was going on and watching the news coverage of what's going on with the attacks and this and that. So he was up all night and he was worried. So he asked for thoughts and prayers for his family and hoping that they're safe and that everything's okay. And of course, in general, any conflict, any war, anything, we want all of it to we don't want anybody, to get killed or to get hurt or to have any wars or anything. It's all terrible. So all of our thoughts and prayers with them and the family, and hope that everything's okay and ends soon, sooner or rather than later. But yeah, so that's why he isn't here today, because he's had a whole bunch of stuff going on over there, and just wanted to make sure that everyone's okay. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, oh boy, not fun. But anyway, gotta get that coffee. Let me clear my throat. Kick it over here, baby. Pop. And then I'm sorry. Watch the beat drop. Oh, he emailed you. Okay, see. All right. Anyway, yeah, that guy in that video just now, that was it's amazing to me sometimes, like how they frame their arguments. And I've been noticing this as a pattern. And I noticed this a while ago. I mean, a long time ago. But, like, the more I look at it, the more I think about it, the more I see that it really is. Like, in fact, I've started to think that maybe I should do more stuff where I kind of edit these segments together when I'm working on, like, videos and stuff, because what I've noticed is there are so many of these interactions where if you take the things that they say, their own arguments contradict their own arguments. Like I said, with this guy, he said that he intentionally set up the cops. Then a few minutes later, he's talking like, why would the police come? I don't understand. And it's like, wait a minute, you're the one who said that you baited them, and they took the bait, and now you have no idea why they would show up. It's like, well, you were baiting them. You just admitted that you were intentionally baiting them, and they took the bait. Ha ha. So then where's all this? Why are there police here? I do not understand. You just said but there's so many things. Like, if you follow their train of logic, through the whole thing. And that's why I always say it's this old school con man, fast talking technique. In the old days, they'd say, what are you trying to give me to double talk? Right? That's what it is. It's very old con man technique. And they all use it. And the biggest frauditors really, really, if you look at everything they say with this, through this lens, you realize that that's what they're doing. They're conning. That's why it's frauditing. It's a fraud. It's a con. It's a scam. And they use, like they read a textbook on how to fast talk people. Because it's literally based on this idea of, one, you ask someone a question, and then while their brain is in the process of formulating an answer, you already are asking them another question. So now you're derailing their train of thought. The idea is to trip them up, to get them to intentionally say or do something that you could jump on and say, oh, haha, but that's not what I said. I said blah, 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 blah. And turn it around on them and flip it on them. And that's the fast talking is and then changing their ideas and getting them to address like what you're saying right now. Well, wait a minute. I thought that I was trespassing. Blah, blah, blah. Well, yeah, you were because but you said that I wasn't. And then no, but yeah, that I said that when I was addressing what you asked then. Now you're asking a different question. But I'm still answering the previous question, and you're like, but that's not what I asked. And it's all intentional. It's all done on purpose to make the person that you're conning, that you're talking to make them look stupid, to make them feel stupid, to make them say something off the cuff or out of place or inappropriate, because you'll be like, okay, I asked this and you answered that. You shouldn't have said that. That was the wrong thing. Now I can grab on that and double down on you said this. So that, and then attack that when the person saying it was responding to something you said a minute ago. But you already changed the subject 4 times in the time it took for them to answer the first question. It's crazy. And again, it's all based on just trying to get the other person to trip up and it's all nonsense. And it's all crap. Like I said, if you look at the things that they say, their own arguments tend to undermine their own arguments. They contradict themselves. They say things that are the exact opposite of what they said a minute ago. But by doing the fast talking thing, the people that they're talking to aren't putting it together. Like, we can sit here and watch the videos later, and we have time to let what they're saying kind of sink in and say, oh, wait a minute. When they said this, and this, that was leading the conversation in this direction to have this goal, where they're contradicting themselves. But when it's happening in real time and you're there, it's like you're asking me a question. My mind, I'm trying to address the question you're asking me. But now you're asking me a different question, and I'm still trying to answer the first one. And then you're not thinking about, hey, wait a minute. I've seen it sometimes. I've seen sometimes, especially not like with sharp cops and with sharp judges, especially with sharp judges, I've seen them call people out. Wait a minute. You just testified a minute ago to this, and now you're saying the exact opposite. Which one is it? You can't have both, So sometimes they do get called out on it, but not always. Florida Jim's in the house. Cova 42 is here. All right. Little squirrels. Hey. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, how about, you know what? Kova said she's not feeling good. I know Leland's not been feeling good. There's been a bunch of down stuff. It's Wednesday. Let's throw out a happy dance. Let's cheer some people up. Let's go. All right. Yes, applause. I got coffee. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Lisa Elskinsar's in the house. What's up? Donna Ray, hey, hey. That's what I'm talking about. Woohoo. Oh, wait, is that? So all just within the last couple minutes, we got Kova, we got Leland, we got Donna Ray, we got Lisa. Who else? Florida Jim. Oh yeah. What? The heck is that? Ashwagandha. I don't know. I ain't never been there. I don't know what that is. I haven't heard of it. So, oh, she's been here since 7. All right. Well, great to see you. We got Coach K. Good morning. All right. What's up? Good to see you. Always great to have everybody in the house on a Wednesday morning. Hey, Mr. Thomas just arrived. Good morning, Hez and the Rash family. Happy Hump Day. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait.
Why are you sitting there singing Beatles songs to these people? They don't want to hear that garbage. They want to hear real music. Man, you know what my favorite music is? I like the Shags. My pal Foot, he has a foot. Oh yeah. My pal Foot, he'll kick you in your smack. Hey guys, hey, look at my favorite dance. Look at my butt. Look at my butt. You like that? Ow! That nabbit has stopped. Ow! Come on, cut it out, man. Ow! Holy! Ow! Oh, you hippie.
Did he call me a hippie? The hell? Oh my goodness. Hey, that's the Shags. That's right. Let's see. Mr. T sent an email. I think so. Oh, was it the Pug one? Yeah, I was gonna show that one. Pug. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, women and children of holy crap hammer sandwich sauce. Let's try that again. See, that's another thing I need to pick up from Florida. I used to have one of those boards so I could pull it up and go take 2 in situations like this. Hez, did you get my email? Hey, speaking of which, his email was a request to watch a video by Pug Sees Dumb People, which is the perfect segue into the video by Pug Sees Dumb People. Oh, yeah. Everyone who's emailed me about where to send your mug, I got your emails. I got to put it all together because since the mugs came from Uncle Artie originally, him and I are working together to make sure we get them all out ASAP. But yes, I definitely got the information, and it's all good. Because especially like Highway Star and Little Chihuahua, Tiny Chihuahua, are physically closer to him. So we're, looking at like shipping costs and stuff. Anyway, it's all going to work out. Everyone's going to get their stuff. And yes, we got all the addresses. So let's go. All right. Happy Hump Day. All right. Let's get on with the video. Let's see which one was going to be next. Oh, yeah. It was going to be Mr. Thomas's request. Pug Sees Dumb People. Frauditors of the world unite in stupidity.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Thank you for clicking on our video today. And I do have a good one, but I have some good news. We are almost at 10K, less than 80 people to go. So if you have been watching for a little while, but just haven't clicked that subscribe, could you click that for me? Violet and I would appreciate it so much. And she's getting lots of scratchies because of it. But we have a sovereign today who is being pulled over because he has a trailer attached to his vehicle that does not have a tag and the lights don't work. And as the officer gets closer, I think the tag on the vehicle is sovereign as well. because as soon as he talks here in a second, you're going to hear what he says, and it's pretty funny. Here you go.
The Society of the Sojourner. Does it? Can I open up the door? Hello.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm excellent as always.
What was that?
I am excellent as always.
I'm Corporal Golf Shotgun, Sheriff's Office. The reason why I stopped you is the trailer doesn't have a tag and it doesn't appear the lights are working on it.
Not working the lights?
No.
No.
Do you have your driver's license with you?
I don't have a driver's license.
No.
Do you have a supervisor?
I am a supervisor.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I accept the oath and bond and bind you to the.
Well, I appreciate that. Okay, do you have a name or anything to identify yourself?
No.
No? Okay. So, I'm assuming you're a sovereign citizen?
Not really the citizen.
Not a citizen. Okay. Okay. So you don't have any registration paperwork, anything like that? No? Okay. No, I believe that. You seem pretty cool with me, so I'm going to be cool with you, okay? I'm just going to run your bid, okay? Okay. What's your first name?
Private.
Private? Okay. What's the name you were born with that you're given at birth?
My name is Private.
What's your last name?
My name is Private.
Your name is Private? Okay.
Accept your oath and bond and bind
Okay. Well, appreciate that, but in the state of Florida, you're driving on our roadways. You got to identify yourself.
Traveler. Okay.
You're traveling behind the wheel of the vehicle. You got to identify yourself.
My state registered motor vehicle.
It's an unregistered motor vehicle.
And your system is listed that way for help.
Okay.
Private.
So you do that stuff. 10-4. He's going to be sovereign and not identifying himself. Do you have anything on that vehicle as far as an owner? Yeah. All right. You want to make this easy on yourself before you end up in jail?
This is the part I just don't understand. Do you really want to go to jail? You can't identify yourself at all? I mean, come on. But all right, what decision do you think he's going to make? I think I know what decision he's going to make. Let's see what happens.
I accept your oath and bond and bind you to.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you being cooperative. Well, no, I won't say cooperative, but you're calm. I appreciate that. I know.
It's a peaceful travel.
Okay.
Do I have a right to travel freely?
You have to have a driver's license in the state of Florida.
I'm not in the state of Florida.
Okay, where you are.
In the state of Florida, what is the state of Florida?
Okay, I'm not about to go into all that for you. Okay. So by Florida state statute, you have to have a driver's license. Correct?
To be a driver for
Okay.
the state
And you have to have a registered motor vehicle, which this is not registered. You don't have a driver's license.
In order for the state statutes to apply, the word must. That's what that means.
Okay. I'm not going to argue. I don't want to argue. It's not my first day either, but it's something that we can argue in court.
I am not going to court. And I'm
Okay.
just saying that you take me to a magistrate if you wish, and I'll explain the situation to the magistrate.
Okay.
Oh, goodness. Okay, what do you think a magistrate is? It's a judge, and you find a magistrate or a judge in the courtroom. So, yeah, you are going to go to court then. Oh, my goodness.
Well, do you want to go ahead and do that then?
Show me where to go.
Okay.
I'll travel people in the van.
No, we're not going to go in the van. You know that's not going to happen.
No, that's
This
not
isn't
necessarily
your
so.
first rodeo. It's not my first rodeo. Okay.
Okay.
So, do you have anything? Where's your sovereign paperwork at? Because I know you usually carry paperwork with you.
It's packed in the back.
Packed in the back. Do you want to grab it?
No, because I don't want to get out. Because I don't trust you, and I'm not sure if you're a supervisor.
Okay, I have 2 stripes. That makes me a corporal, okay? So I am a supervisor on my squad. Sergeant's also coming. If you'd like to wait for him, we could. But I guarantee you, he's not going to be as nice as I am. Okay? He's a bigger and meaner guy than I am.
He ain't lying.
You know what nice means? That means you're being polite and it's not for.
Just like you. You're being polite, right?
Yeah.
I'm being polite back. Okay. So I identified myself to you, but you're not going to identify yourself to me.
I'm not aware of or understanding thoughts if I have that one. So,
Okay. I stopped you for a lawful traffic stop, which states you must identify yourself.
In order to be subject to the jurisdiction, that's what that is.
Okay.
I'm
So I'm assuming you've been arrested before then.
you can. Look, I don't want to purchase any law bonds. So,
Dude, you have to enunciate words. I can't even understand half of what you're saying.
there's no commercial benefit to take me to a judge to purchase war bonds. I don't wish to do that.
10 board. He's just stating his name's private and talking about war bonds.
I don't wish to purchase any war bonds. I don't understand anything you're doing. I don't want to participate.
Okay. Well, right now you're not free to go. Just so you know that. Okay.
What is the cost?
My lawful traffic stop.
Okay, is that legal or law?
No. At least this is bringing light to my day. It makes it interesting, right?
I can bring an amazing amount of light to your day. I'm not a bad guy.
Did I say you were a bad guy? I don't think you are.
Bad guy would be the wrong definition for you. You're just a dumb guy who's willing to get arrested because you won't give your name, which they will find out as soon as you get to jail, if not sooner. So I don't get why you're doing this, and that's why you're a dumb guy.
I'm not at all.
No? But
Am I harming you?
no, you're not.
Okay. I came here on a hunt.
What's behind the camera? This is body cam footage. And this actually is body cam footage that we've seen before. But this is Pugsy's Dumb People did her commentary on this footage. And my Mr. Thomas, a fan of the show, requested that we show Pug's version of it. So that's what we're watching right now. So it's not a live stream, no. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what else is going on. See, okay. The whole sovereign citizen mentality, and that's another thing that I've been over so many times, and I've done a lot of research into and tried to. I always, morning, Tiny, good to see you. Morning, Sue Bear, what's up? I always try to look at I always try to be, and that's one of the reasons why I'm here, is because I'm always trying to understand the point of view from their side. Like, I really, truly, want to understand what they're talking about and where they're coming from. And what I find fascinating with the sovereign citizens is that there are all these, and it gets really complicated with the sovereign citizens. They go way beyond it. So I'll use a much simpler version, which is the Frauditors, okay? Like Schrodinger's cat always used to say, sovereign citizens light. Poster 7, for example. If you read the paragraph in Poster 7 about filming in the post office, the first sentence has ignored me. I highlighted your comment, man. Good morning, Nope. Welcome to the show. Go subscribe to Nope Gen X. Anyway, hey, and Zerzu Sidequin's here. What's up, Zerzu? See, I highlighted you too just now. So with the sovereigns and their whole thing, it's like, again, using the Poster 7 as an example. So if you read the paragraph about filming, the first sentence or two, whatever it is, talking about when you are allowed to film is in poster 7. Those sentences are in there, but they ignore the entire rest of the paragraph. So technically, what they are arguing is in the poster, is in the paragraph, but it's wrong because they ignore the entire paragraph and just take those couple sentences out of context. Well, with sovereign citizens, all of this crazy stuff that they're talking about that seems like it's all just insanely out of left field has basis in actual real cases or actual real laws or UCCs or things like that that do exist, but it's the same concept. They're cherry picking like one sentence, one paragraph, one word out of all these different documents and saying, see, this proves it. And that's why they'll quote, well, it's UCC this, oh, it's that, or it's Black's Law Dictionary. But they'll cherry pick their parts and ignore the other parts. For example, this is one of my favorites because it's a fact. Anyone can just look it up and see it's true. They'll take Black's Law Dictionary and look at the definition of driving and say the legal definition of driving is someone employed in operating a blah, blah, blah motor vehicle. And the word employed, they say, see, the word employed, that means you have a job, you have an employee, an employer, you're working, I'm in commercial. But in Black's Law Dictionary, if you say, okay, here's the word employed, now let's look up the word employed and see what that means. It says doing something. Right now I'm employed in doing a podcast. Now I'm employed in drinking coffee. I'm employed in driving a vehicle. It means you're physically operating it. According to Black's Law Dictionary itself. So even when they're quoting that, not only is it not the law, it's just the dictionary, but even Black's Law Dictionary itself says that that's wrong, the way they're interpreting it. So it's crazy because they obviously don't actually study this stuff. They do, to the extent that they study the words and phrases that are taken randomly out of context. Well, not randomly, they're taken out of context to support their false narrative. And again, the other thing that I never, ever, ever am able to understand about sovereigns specifically is when they spend money on fake plates and fake IDs and they spend money to get their registration with the government that they're non-citizens and to go to their secret bank account and dissolve their ties to the government, whatever nonsense paperwork they're filling out that they're buying from some soft-sit guru online. When they get busted, it never clicks in their heads to get mad at the person who ripped them off by convincing them to spend money on this nonsense. They get mad at the cops for telling them, hey, this stuff is nonsense. How come you don't get mad at the dude who ripped you off? And the other thing that blows my mind is it's like you're spending all this money on these fake license plates and this fake paperwork and all this other nonsense. It's like, why didn't you just pay for the registration? Instead of giving your money to a scam artist, you spend it on what you should be spending it on, which is doing the right thing. And again, and I've said this many, many, many times. I haven't said this many, many, many times. If you want to come to me with the argument that vehicle registration is too expensive, depending on where you live, different places have different prices. I know out here it's like $85. If you come out and say that you think it's too expensive, we can have that discussion. Heck, I might even be on your side. But to say that I don't need to register my vehicle because I'm not a commercial driver, that's just not true. That's just a bold statement of non-fact. It's no, that's not the way it works. Because that's why they have CDLs. You don't need a license to do commercial. You need a commercial license to do commercial. That's why they have commercial licenses. Otherwise, there wouldn't be two different ones. You would just get a commercial license or none at all. And then again, if no traffic laws apply unless you're a UPS van or something, then what does that mean? Then you start getting like Daryl Brooks mentality. Well, then I could drive my car through a parade and run people over. Why not? I'm not in commercial. So it doesn't matter what I do with my private car. I run people over with it. That's my private car. I do what I want with it. Uncle Artie's Bar and Grill Stupidity for $5. Zerzu and News Now Voodoo burned down the pool table last night. Oh, no. Sap at least News Now Voodoo. He drinks her whiskey. Go pay your fare. What? Parson Shield. Hashtag Sovereign, $35.99 a month. Available soon. Becca's here. What's up? They just end up running themselves broke to the courts until they get a big lawsuit payday. Problem is, it ain't so easy to sue the cops, and that's what they won't tell people. Ruled by Saturn. Why is this dude screaming? Actually, I'm a Capricorn, and I was born under Saturn. I was born on January 12th, 1973. Let's see. Sovsits pay more than thousands into this BS and get their legal license instead of getting their license and registration. Anyway, I think I owe Uncle Artie. Is it that he wanted? Yeah, he wants me to tase News Now Voodoo. Now we're talking. Hey, ruled by Saturn, you really want to see something? Wait till you see this tasing. You're gonna love this.
Hey, ruled by Saturn, you look like you're one of my buddies. Hey, check it out, man. Look, I got cameras. I can film what I want when I want. And I can drive my car and run over children and film them and exploit their image for money on YouTube. And I could pick on old ladies and exploit their image for money on YouTube. Because that's just how we do. Because that's what life's about, is making money by showing people my butt. Yeah, I'm a frauditor, man. I'm one of you guys. Like, I think that being as mean and evil and rotten as disgusting as possible is what life is all about. And making money off of exploiting other people's images is great. Oh, and my other favorite thing to do is to tell people what to do and how to do it. And if they don't do what I say, when I say it, I punish them by publicly humiliating them on my YouTube channel. Yeah. See, because that's what frauditors do. We bark orders at people, we give demands and directives, and if they don't follow our commands, we'll publicly humiliate them on our YouTube channel and make money off them. We'll pepper spray them, we'll put complaints in against them, we'll try and get them fired, and then we'll try to sue them. Because that's just how we do. That's just what we do. We treat people like NPCs in our game of making money on YouTube. That's what life's about. Now, I'm supposedly gonna get tased, but I don't believe it. Oh, my spleen! My kidneys! Oh, that nabbing my pancreas!
Hey, we got $5 from David E. Persons. A frauditor named Tyrone got upset and yelled for 10 minutes. It was a tyrant. Oh, and he wants Baby Voodoo to tase his daddy.
What do you want, you stinky turd that came out of my butt? What? Oh, Mr. Parsons wanted me to tase
my goodness gracious me. Let's see. What else did I get? I think I missed something here. Let's go. Where are we at? Let's see. All right, so we got that one. Oh, and then we got Florida Jim. News Now Voodoo, sing a song about me and then get tased. Or it says teased. Oh, I can tease him. All right, let's see.
Alright, Florida Jim, you want me to sing about you? Okay, yeah, I'll sing a song about you. Here we go. Florida Jim, your motorcycle sucks, I pooed on it. Florida Jim, your motorcycle sucks, I pooed on it. I took your guitar collection and I peed all over your strings. I'm the reason that it didn't work. Oh crap, wait, I wasn't supposed to tell you that one. That's supposed to be a secret. Anyway, I didn't touch your guitars. I had nothing to do with it. It was just the bad weather in Florida.
Oh my goodness gracious me. And then, oh my goodness, look at this. We got Uncle Artie for News Now Voodoo. Explain why he broke the mugs and shock him. Oh no, let's go.
Listen, Uncle Artie. The only reason that I messed up the mugs is because why wouldn't I, dagnabbit? Because I'm evil. I'm a pimp. You're the simp. And I'm be eating all your shrimp. That's why. Yeah, I've been pimping. Big pimpin', while you all be simpin'. I make them dockets, them dollars, that money stacking high. Got that cheddar, it's better than looking at you, guy. Get it? It's funny because it's a joke. What? Come on, man. All right, I got one. All right. Knock, knock. Who's there? You suck. Hey, what do you get when you cross a polar bear with a bucket of ice cream? My butt. That's funny, right, man? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they were that bad, Voodoo. Oh my goodness, that stuff. That's terrible. All right, let's see. I still think News Now Baby's headband looks like a gold fez. Yeah, it does. It does. But Minnie has wanted it, and dagnabbit, I thought it was cute that was his idea, so we went with it. It's good stuff. You made a Monty Python reference? I didn't see it. Wait, let me go back. Was it this one? Oh, no. Your mother is a hamster and your daddy smells like elderberries. Yes. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That's awesome. Let's see. All right. How much longer do we have left on this video? Oh, this video is only halfway done. So let's get back to it. What a fun Wednesday this is turning out to be. I love you guys. This is awesome. We got Donna Ray Worker Lurker. We got Leland Squirrels getting some feeling back in her arms. God bless. Oh, my goodness. And you know what? To everybody. And once again, on a serious note, before we get back into making fun of idiots, for anyone who missed the beginning of the show, P. Barnes isn't here this morning because his family lives in India. And I guess yesterday, India launched some missiles into Pakistan. And they know that Pakistan's going to retaliate. They're not sure when or how or what, but I guess his family lives in one of the areas that is most likely going to be targeted. So they're very, very worried. They're watching the news really close. They're trying to make sure that everyone's safe and everything's okay. Anyway, yeah, that's what it is. So God bless them. Hopefully everything turns out okay. Not just for them, but for everybody. Anytime there's any kind of a war or conflict or anything, of course, we want everyone to be okay and the whole thing to end as peacefully as possible. Anyway. What? Oh, yeah, it's me. How you doing? All right. Carl, wow, you did it again. First sight I see is News Now Voodoo. yes. I can't help it. You got good timing.
Hey, Carl! Hey, check it out, man. Look, I wanted to show you something, man. Look at my butt. Look at my butt. You like that one? Yeah. You know what happens, man? I be pimping, you be simping, and I be eating all your shrimp. You should know that by now, man. Because I'm a pimp. I am awesome. I got all the money, and you got nothing. All right. Oh, dang nabbit ass.
Okay, let's see. That's yeah. Ugh. How to end the war fast. Hiroshima is still just. Oh no. Anyway, yes. Let's get back to the video, guys.
You came here on a hunch? Yeah, I don't work in this county, and someone called me, and I came here on a hunch that God said I should go this way. Now you're meeting you. So you're a godly man. Yes. Maybe I am here to help you. You go to church at all? I'm way past that point. Yeah. You like it? Yeah. What was that? I'd be happy to teach you, Bob. You wouldn't believe what it is or what it is. I don't teach it. They don't teach what in church? I'm sorry. I have people talking in my ear. Okay. Well, do you go out and teach the Bible then, or not the Bible, but what you believe in God? Yes. Do you go out and preach that then to other people? Those who come. Yeah. But you don't go to other people though to preach it. You just wait for people to come to you. Okay. Why don't you start your own type of church or something like that then? I mean, like a 508? I don't know. I don't know what a 508 is. And corpse soul like the Vatican had. That is my plan. And my friend is coming in we're working. Yeah. Where are you originally from? Heaven. From heaven? Heaven sent. So you're Jesus. You're risen from the dead and now you're reborn. Yes. Outstanding. Do you know what that means? Nope. Okay. Would you want to teach me? I'd be happy to meet with the magistrate. The magistrate completely comprehensive. So who is the magistrate? Whoever you have working this weekend is your magistrate.
Whatever you have working this weekend and what? I have no idea what he said.
I don't have any magistrates. I don't work for a magistrate. I don't know. We don't have magistrates here. You don't have a magistrate? No. Not on call? No. Well, how do you charge anybody without a magistrate? We have a judge. They even calls the judge. Okay, well. Yeah. Just like you have laws and whatever the heck you were talking about, we have laws and we have judges. And we have a jury. So here comes my sergeant. He's got one more stripe than I do. Okay. So he will, like I said, he's probably not going to be as nice as I am. I hope he's more nice than you are.
Translation: I hope he believes my sovereign nonsense.
Are you saying I'm not nice? No, not at all. I'm just hoping that he is more nice. I don't know. He's kind of a mean-looking guy. Where are we, by the way? We are at 41 in Toledo Blade in Port Charlotte, Charlotte County, Florida, where I have jurisdiction. So this is Mr. Private.
Hello, Mr. Private. Search Robert Gay, Shotgun Sheriff's Office.
I have a. He is sovereign. He doesn't want to give his name. He says he has nothing to identify himself.
Okay.
Vehicle's unregistered. He says he's traveling. I'm a non-belligerent, non-combatant private traveler. I accept your oath and bond and bond.
Okay. So, traveling for you have to have like you have valid license.
Valid
Yeah,
license.
valid driver's license. No, okay. All right, is your vehicle registered? Okay. All right. Okay, thank you.
Told you he's not as nice as I am. All right, stay put.
What is your first name?
Okay, Mr. Private. Not Mr.
You're gonna identify yourself.
Whatever. Okay, here. I'm not private. Here's the thing. I'm not. You're now. So you gave me a different name now? I'm not Mr. You gave me a false name? I'm not Mr. You just said you're not private. No, I'm sorry. Okay, private. So you're gonna step out of the car because you know how this is gonna go. Can I call Fred? No.
It's a little late for the phone a friend option.
Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. You know what? I didn't even realize this. Okay. So I just went back and I reread your email that you sent me this morning, and I realized you didn't specifically say who was in which country. You just said that India attacked Pakistan and that you told your family to move away from the Indian border, but you didn't specify if you wanted them to move deeper into India or deeper into Pakistan, away from you just said away from the border. So I misunderstood and thought you were saying that you wanted them to go deeper into India, not the other way or whatever. So I got it backwards. So I apologize. But either way, I don't want to see anyone get killed or anyone bomb anybody. You know, nobody likes war at all. So hopefully, you know, again, everyone's safe and everything's okay. I apologize. I said it backwards. But thank you for coming and clarifying. Thank you. I appreciate that. The city they live in is closer to the Indian border. I've told them to go deeper into their country. Right. Okay. Yep. That's what I thought. I got it reversed. But again, that's fine. Thank you for coming and clarifying. I appreciate that. Anyway, thoughts and prayers with them, and hope everything turns out okay. All right. So cool. Glad we got that clarified. All right. Woo. It's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Back to the video. Oh, and by the way, Minnie Hez is up. Say hello, Minnie Hez. All righty then. Here we go.
You might have wanted to do that earlier. Not now. It's too late for your guru.
So you can step out. If you want to step out.
Nothing I'm doing here is under protest and duress.
Okay, that's fine.
Under protest and duress.
You're not complying, okay? So
No, I'm not. I'm not fighting.
that's fine.
I understand the difference.
Okay, no, I know.
Okay, seatbelt off.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
There we go. Come on out.
Perfect. All right, what's your step, sir?
All
What's your
my
step?
actions are under protest and duress.
Okay, that's fine.
I accept
Turn around
your oath
for me.
and bond and bind to them.
I got it. Told you this could one easy. I don't know why you chose to do this.
Oh, I know the answer. He's a sovereign. That's why.
Does he do what? I can do it.
Want to do transport?
I'm not choosing.
I'll do whatever. You want to do transport? Do you want to take care of the tow sheet and the report?
Yeah, I'll take care of the report stuff.
All right. Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
209 Central.
Whatever.
We'll have 11015 under John Doe for now until we get him identified.
He was charged with 2 counts of failing to register a motor vehicle, operating a vehicle without a driver's license, and resisting without violence. He was sentenced to 45 days in jail and fined a total of $270.
Why do they do that to themselves? He had to do 45 days for this stunt, when all he had to do most likely was give him his name. Now he's going to go to jail. It's Florida. We don't play like that here in Florida, especially south of Venice. Venice is where your grandparents' parents go to retire. It's that old of a community. They don't mess around down there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. And Violet and I thank you guys so much for subbing and being here for us. It means so much to us. And until next time, we're going to have to say goodbye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Pugsy's Dumb People. Yes. Yeah, it's wild. Oh, these people with their ideas. Crazy ideas. And again, like she said at the end of the video there, the fact that he's pulling this in Florida where they don't mess around with that stuff, it's like, look, this, and that's another thing too, is the whole like jurisdiction argument. It's like, I've seen at this point two different types. The majority are people who are just too stupid to understand what all of this means. They don't know. They're ignorant. You know, they're not stupid. They're ignorant. That's usually how it starts. But then they start looking stuff up on the internet, and then they immediately fall for all this nonsense and all this BS. And that's when it starts getting into stupidity, where it's like, if you're in Florida and you get stopped by, or even more specific, like if you're in Tampa, Florida, and you're stopped by a Tampa officer, he has jurisdiction. You're in Tampa, right? But now these guys, they start with the, well, I'm not in Tampa. I would have to be like physically buried in the ground to be in. Oh, come on. Like, are you seriously that dumb that you don't understand what in means? Come on. Like, seriously, people, like, but then there are the ones who like look at, like, legitimately look at jurisdiction as something that's not based on location. You know, that's based on, again, the constitutionality of like the maritime versus the, but again, the 10th Amendment covers that. And that's why we always say these idiots all ignore the 10th Amendment. It's like they're talking about the government. That's why when they bring up the UCCs, it drives me nuts. Because it's like, hey, I'm not in commercial capacity. And commercial says I only need a license if I'm working in commercial capacity. The commercial code. The UCC is the commercial code. So if you're not working in a commercial capacity, commercial code doesn't apply to you. So the entire bucket of commercial code, if you're not in a commercial capacity, that entire bucket and everything in it doesn't even apply to you. You can throw it out because you're not commercial. So why are you bringing up the code from in the bucket that says you don't need or that you need a license to do this when you're not doing that? They're using that as their argument. I'm not doing that, so I don't need a license. Yeah, but the entire bucket that says that doesn't apply unless you're commercial. So throw that out. Now, take this other bucket of the laws that do apply to you. Oh, no, those don't count. Why? Because they apply to me. That's the problem with all these guys. Like, they will be more than happy to quote laws that don't apply to them.
The laws that do.
Right. But the laws that do, oh no, they just say that doesn't apply to me. Oh, look at that. It's already 7:20. Holy crap, hammer sandwich sausage time for the cup. Cake. Happy dance. Yes, thank you, Minnie Hess. Let's go. All right. Okay. Olay. All right. Oh my goodness gracious me. Happy Wednesday. Thank you everybody for joining me as always. And once again, let's pray for the safety of P. Barnes' family and hope that every conflict everywhere, that all this stuff all ends. Come on, man. We're sick of watching people die on any side of any. It's just not. Ugh. Yeah, it's not good. So we pray for everyone and hope everyone's safe and it's all good. And thank you guys for joining me. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday. Oh, yeah. Come on.
Thank you.